Hey, what's up? I am currently a junior in college and my spring semester just finished, so I thought this would be a good time to kind of talk about my experience so far and share some tips and tricks or things that I wish I knew before I started college myself. This video is going to be a little bit of a get ready with me. Even though we can't really go anywhere and no one's going to see me, I find that it helps boost my mood if I still look presentable inside. So, one of the first things I wish someone told me was the importance of which professors you take your classes from. I feel that some classes are taught by multiple different professors, and the experience you have can be wildly different. So I encourage you guys to do your research. Please talk to your friends and upperclassmen about their experiences with their professors to really find the one that's going to help you the most. There's a website called Rate Your Professors where you can type in which school you're going to and then the professor's name, and it kind of is like a review site for students. Like, you know, when you're shopping and you see all the product reviews, it's like that except for your professor. I really encourage you guys to use that because let's face it, some professors are just way better than others. Some of them grade way easily, more grade easilier. Some of them just teach in a different format. I think it's important for you guys to know what you're getting yourself into. Then after you pick out your professors and your classes, talk to them. You are paying thousands of dollars to go to these schools, paying for these professors to teach you something. Talk to them. They all have office hours. Most of them are available a couple hours a week where you can just stop in, ask questions if you're confused or if the homework is giving you problems or something. They're there. You're not a bother. Please talk to them. They want to help you. They don't want you to suffer. They don't want you to struggle too hard. The whole job is to teach people things. My second piece of advice is plan out your whole college career. Don't just focus on the first semester. When you're registering for classes, don't just focus on just the next semester, but plan ahead. Look farther into your future. Like, every college will have the course requirements for each major. So it's just a list of all the required classes you're going to have to take. Look at that way early so you can plan out, like, oh, I'm going to take these sophomore year, so then junior year I'm allowed to take these classes next. You don't have to stick to the first plan that you make, but it will save you a bunch of headaches if you just do a little bit of planning. I also encourage you guys to try to get your gen eds done within the first 2 years. That way, if you're kind of uncertain about what you want to major in right when you get into college, it gives you a little bit of time to kind of test the waters to see if there's something that really interests you. But even if you do already know what you want to major in, I think it's really helpful to get your general education done as fast as possible, because what happens is the further along the major you go, the more rare the classes become. So instead of being offered like 3 times a semester, I have classes coming up that are only offered once. There's only one class offered one semester every other year. So this kind of ties back with please plan out your classes because they're not all always available exactly when you need to take them. The next thing I want to talk about, I think, is probably the most important thing. You gain a lot of independence once you move out for college. You have to get yourself up. You have to make sure you go to your classes. You have to make sure you're eating. You're planning out your meals. You're doing all your homework. Your mom isn't there to badger you on doing all your school stuff. It's really, truly up to you. There's going to be a lot of distractions, like parties, and you'll just have a lot of free time. but please, 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 don't go wild. You're there for an education, so please make that your top priority. Some simple tips I have are to start a real physical planner. You know, like the weekly planners you might have had in middle school or high school or something. Just like get yourself a weekly planner where you can list off all of your assignments, all the due dates, all the projects you need to get done, as well as use your phone calendar. That has been a lifesaver for me. I literally put in every single one of my classes every day. Here, I'll show you. I put in all of my class time. So if I had a class at 8 o'clock to 9, I put in for every day 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, and then I turned on my calendar notifications, so 30 minutes before every class I'd get a notification saying, hey, you have this class coming up in 30 minutes, like get up, get ready, go to it. I find that's been a big lifesaver, especially if you're not very timely or you lose track of time a lot, like I know I do. Just having like an external thing tell you when all your things are is awesome. It's like having your own little personal assistant. It's really easy. I just set it up at the beginning of each semester. Another important thing is to know yourself. We all know high school started early. Like I showed up to high school at 7 o'clock in the morning every day, and let me tell you, 7 o'clock in high school is not the same as 7 o'clock in college. Please, if you know you're not a good morning person, if you know you're not super motivated or it takes you a little bit to get ready, do not sign up for 8 a.m.s. I know so many people signed up for a whole bunch of morning classes because they're like, oh, I did this in high school, I know it's easy, I'm used to it, and they totally just dropped them. They skipped class, they would sleep through it, they would just give up, and what a waste of money that is. So if you know you're not a morning person, it's okay to not sign up for morning classes. Okay, that's it for all the boring school classes advice I have for you. Now let's move on to the social aspect, because you know everyone's like, oh, like college years are best, you can go wild, you can start partying, you make all your friends there. And while that's the experience for some people, know that that is not universal. This might be a little sad to admit, but I have not made a lot of friends here in college. And granted, I am at like kind of a small university, so there's not like 10,000 students, you know? While it's not the only case, a big pattern that I have seen is that the people you meet during your freshman year, especially during your first semester, like during orientation and stuff, the people you meet there are typically the people that you stick with. Which is kind of sad because, I mean, those people are kind of just random, and then if you like change majors or something, then, you know, you just have to meet like a whole new set of people. Like that group that you form during like orientation week tends to stick around. I know that a lot of first year roommates tend to stick together throughout the entirety of college. So it's not impossible to make new friends after that. It's just a thing that I have seen is that like that first group tends to be the one that you stay in the rest of the time. Orientation week I think is a really important time to start getting to know people, kind of testing the waters. They usually have a club fair that you can go around to get all the information. I really encourage you guys to go check out your clubs, and more than one time, because you know it's always kind of weird the first time you show up. So please give it like 2 or 3 meetings to really decide if you like it or not. And another big way people become friends is the infamous college parties. Now this is a really unpopular opinion coming from me. I don't drink. I don't like it. I think it's kind of dumb for reasons I'm not super gonna get into in this video. I think it's really overrated. I hate when kids come into class next Monday being like, oh, I got so drunk last night, it was hilarious. We got into so much trouble. This person was throwing up all night and stuff. I don't know. I just don't get it. I think there's more to college than just drinking at parties, but if that's your thing, totally go for it. And I know a lot of drinking groups become really good friends past all the drinking. Just please be careful. Know which parties are safe. Word gets around fast if something weird goes on. But know if you are maybe shy, you don't like drinking, you're not into the parties, there are other ways you can meet people. Don't force yourself to go to parties if you're really not interested or if you're really nervous about it. Again, there's clubs or like music. You can be in band or choir or orchestra. That's a really good place to meet nice people. That's just a couple little things I wanted to share about college. Do you guys have any specific questions or other topics you'd like me to cover? I definitely would love to. Just let me know. This is the part of the video where I run out of things to talk. I think college has been pretty great for me so far. I really like the independence that I get, that I'm kind of in control of everything that I do. I don't think classes have been hard or anything. People are nice. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of ready to be done with it. But I think it's been a good time so far. I was definitely kind of nervous to start. But really, you get used to it really quickly. I'm sorry, I have like no idea what's going on with this eyeshadow. I like never do makeup, so this is really kind of a weird thing. I don't know why I decided to do this. I thought it would be kind of fun, which it is, but I think I'm gonna call that good. Just one color for me. If anyone's got any makeup tips, please let me know. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I know it's a little intense for at home, but if anyone's got any makeup tips, please share them with me. Obviously I need it. I don't mind, but it kind of just looks like a 5-year-old did it. It could be worse. Anyway, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.